You know, sometimes you just have to wonder, at what point is free speech just going to be completely no longer even a concept anymore in this country? And the reason I say it that way is there's been really a kind of a move lately to completely block off those who are what they consider hate speech or, supremacist movements or whatever else, blocking them from even having an opportunity to speak their mind. Now, it seems to me that if you've got a good argument, you should be able to basically talk somebody out of their position or at least prove where they're wrong when talking to others. If you have to resort to saying, no, we're not going to allow you to speak, you don't get to say your point of view. Well, what that does, in my view, is that says that basically you are so afraid that your point of view is maybe not even right, that your best line of defense is simply to shut down the other side. Now, we've seen this happen over the years on both sides of the issue. Most recently, not most recently, the most recent stuff is what's going on right now, but what was it, 2014, 2015, the Occupy Wall Street people? I remember what happened in New York. There was a private park which was open basically 24 hours as opposed to the public park which closes at night. And so the Occupy Wall Street people moved into the private park. That's what gave them the freedom to be able to protest in public because it was open as opposed to the public park which was closed. It blows my mind to think about this. They had to turn to private land to do their protests because it was against the law for them to be there after a certain hour. So while they were doing that, now that, of course, then opened up the door to go the other way. And because it was private property that they were protesting on, it gave the legal possibility of the people who owned the property of changing the rules and shutting it down and saying, you know what, we're not going to allow you to be there anymore. Okay, when in the past a person wanted to say something publicly, where did they go? They'd go to the public square, right? Where is the public square now? Is it Facebook? Is it Twitter? Is it Instagram? All of these social media platforms, it's like that public or that private park in New York City. It's private property. So the people who own it have the right legally to shut it down. Something to think about in all of this, if you are one of those who is clamoring to shut down somebody else's speech, I think you're the one who's wrong in all of this. Regardless of whose side you're trying to shut down. Because, once again, if they have a level playing field, truth will win out. Let somebody spew their hate. Counter it with love. And if you can't counter it with love, maybe you haven't experienced love. Maybe you don't really know what love is. Maybe you're just trying to counter their hate with your own hate. Something to think about. I'd love to engage you further on the topic. Send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com.